They say madness doesn't come all at once. It's a slow descent, a quiet unraveling. What if one day you started receiving letters from yourself telling you things no one else could know, warning you about things that hadn't happened yet, but somehow felt inevitable? Tonight we explore the fragile mind of Peter, a man caught on the edge of sanity. His letters might just be the last thing tethering him to reality, or pushing him over the edge. Peter had always been a creature of routine. Every morning the same coffee, the same toast, the same quiet walk to work. Life was ordinary, comfortable even, until the day the first letter arrived. Peter, I know what you're thinking. I know how you're feeling. Trust me, you need to listen carefully. Things are about to change, and you're not ready. At first, Peter thought it was a prank, a bad joke from someone who knew him too well. But when the second letter arrived, only days later, things became more personal. Peter, the headaches will get worse. The nightmares, those aren't just dreams. You're losing control. By now, you've started to notice the signs, haven't you? And that's when the spiral began. The letters kept coming, each one written in his own handwriting, each one predicting things Peter couldn't explain. A broken lamp, a missed meeting, that unsettling feeling of being watched in his own home. It was as if someone or something knew every inch of his life, every crack in his mind. Peter pacing in his dimly lit apartment, eyes darting to every shadow, frustrated, confused. How is this happening? I didn't write these. I didn't. Peter tried to stop the letters. He changed his locks, avoided his mailbox, burned the papers in his fireplace, but the letters kept coming. And with each one, reality seemed to slip further away. Peter pulls a letter from his jacket, his voice shaking. Tomorrow, you won't recognize yourself, Peter. The reflection in the mirror won't be yours anymore. Whose voice was it? Was it his? Was it someone else's? Or had Peter simply begun to lose track of what was real? The final letter came on a night when the world outside felt too quiet. No wind, no footsteps, no distant hum of the city, just silence. Peter sitting at his kitchen table, trembling hands holding the letter as if it were a life raft. Peter, you'll soon understand. You'll realize that there was never anyone else. It was always you. You've known this all along, haven't you? Peter opened the door and stepped into a world that wasn't quite his anymore, a place where time, reality, and his very self had unraveled completely. And after that, there were no more letters. Sometimes the greatest horror comes not from what's around us, but from within. We all have an edge we teeter on, between reality and madness. Peter's story, it's a reminder of just how thin that line can be. But remember, this is just one tale. There are many more waiting, stories that might be a little too close for comfort. If you want to hear more, stay with us, subscribe, and let the darkness take hold.